Hello there folks, and thanks for joining me at my bench once again. Today I'm going to tell you a soft hackle pattern, and I got it out of my book Flies the Best 1000 once again. And this guy's a very simple pattern, and it's called the Iron Blue Soft Hackle. And it's just a couple of materials. You have some honey dun colored hackle for the tail and the collar, and some lighter gray colored dubbing for the body, and red thread. And it's a very simple tie, so I thought I'd bring this one to you. And I'll explain the materials as I go. So we'll get this guy the vise here, fresh hook in, and I'll get started. Okay, and the hook I'm using is 3906B this time, in a size 12. We'll get him locked down in the vise here, folks. Okay. Alrighty, so it calls for the red thread, and I'm using UTC 70 denier for red thread. And we'll start about a hook eye length behind the eye and wrap back here, folks. And we'll come back to just about to the barb before I snip off the tag end. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, now the tail is simply some honey dun colored hackle fibers. And if you don't have this particular shade of dun, just don't worry about it. Use your regular blue dun gray or medium or light. I can't see it making much difference, so it doesn't hurt to substitute materials. So I'm going to get a tail here, about 15-20 fibers. Alrighty, and we'll tie that in as usual, about the length of the hook shank here. Measure it up, then we'll switch our hands and do a pinch loop. Okay, that's fine. That looks good there, maybe a tad long, so I'll bring that back. There we go. And I'll hold up on that, make a couple more wraps back and then forward. Okay, there's our tail. Now I'm just going to clip a little of that off there. Now, wrap the rest of that down secure. Alrighty, now, the body is simply some gray, calls for light gray dubbing, and I just grabbed one of my boxes of dubbing here. This is called Life Cycle dubbing, and it absorbs water good, so it's good for wet flies and soft hackles. Helps them sink, so I'm going to put a little wax on my thread here, folks. Okay, just to help grip that dubbing. And we'll get a nice skinny noodle going here on the thread. I want to keep it a little skinnier towards the rear of the hook and slight taper forward. Okay. We'll see where that brings us first here. I'll get that going. Okay, we'll start back towards the front of the tail. First wrap right in front of the tail, then forward. Okay, just like so, folks, and we'll start to build a slight taper there. Alrighty, and we'll come forward here to finish it off. And that looks good to me right there. I'm just going to snip those few fuzzies off there. Alrighty, so now for the hackle, I have another honey dun colored hackle. Strip some of the fibers down there, and you want the fibers, I usually like them to come back past the hook point a ways. Even a little longer doesn't hurt. I'm not too fussy on that part when I tie these soft hackles. I've never found the trout had any preference, so. Okay, now I want a little more wax to help tie that in, to grip it well. Never hurts to use wax while you're tying, folks, on your thread. Anything to add more durability always helps. Okay, we got that tied in. Snip that off there. Got little fuzzies in my way. Alright, now I'll grab my plunger pliers here and grab that stem, and we're going to wrap this hackle. So I'm going to try to preen those back a little before I start to wrap. Then we're going to come down around. Wrap our hackle forward as always here. Stroking each fibers back for each wrap we take. Just like so here. Okay, come up around, looks like one more wrap. Alrighty. Now we'll tie our stem off. 2 wraps is plenty. Release the pliers. Now, just going to check, make sure the hackles are spread around good. Looks fine, folks. Okay. Now I'm just going to hold everything back with my fingers here, and we're going to wrap back on it and form our head at the same time. We just want a nice little small red head on this guy, not too overly big on this one. Okay, now I'm going to reach in and grab my stem, give it a little pull, and that should pop out of there. There we go. Alright, so that's all there is to it. It's basically done except for a whip finish. So, grab one of my whip finishers here. Okay. Alrighty. Now we'll just do it 4 or 5 turn whip finish on this guy. Okay, there she be. Snug down the whip finish nice and tight, seat it, and then we'll snip off our thread. And there we have it. Done deal. Now I'm just going to grab, I got my Solaris bone dry handy, so I'm just going to use that to finish off the head this time. So we'll just come around and coat them thread wraps good there, and just try not to get too many on your hackle fibers. Alright, that's fine. Grab my torch here and cure that up real quick, folks. Alrighty, there we go. Doesn't take long to cure that bone dry. A few seconds does the trick. There we have it. Another size 12 iron blue soft tackle. Like I was saying, this is a very simple fly, so I encourage you to tie some up, add them to your box if you like to fish soft tackles. Pretty easy peasy, this guy, and a couple, just the basic soft tackle steps, and that's about it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this fly this time around, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you wish to, hit that good old subscribe button. Appreciate that. And throw in a like too if you wish, and any comments, put them down below, because I always give them a read. Look forward to hearing from you, and like I always say, happy tying out there. I shall see you all again soon. So long for now, folks.